Camp Nou is growing higher and higher, but a return to Montjuïc will be unavoidable. When will FC Barcelona have to move back to Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys? How are the construction works progressing? And what are the stadium's chances of hosting the 2030 World Cup and the 2029 Champions League final? We will cover all of that in this video. Let's begin. StadiumDB.com presents Camp Nou Renovation Update. The supports for the future roof now surround almost the entire stadium, while work on the third tier continues to move forward. A partial opening of the upper level is planned before the end of 2026, provided that the necessary permits are granted by the Barcelona authorities. Work is also progressing around the outside of the stadium, where decorative elements and new retail and hospitality areas are already visible. Preparations for next season have now been added to the list, including the replacement of the pitch. Over the past few days, workers have been removing the old playing surface to prepare for the installation of the new one. Before that can happen, however, the ground underneath must be restructured and leveled to ensure stability and efficient drainage. The new pitch will feature a hybrid system combining natural grass with synthetic fibers to improve its durability. The aim is to have the pitch in perfect condition for the start of next season. For Barca, however, the campaign will begin not with La Liga on August 16th, as originally planned, but with the Joan Gamper Trophy on August 19th. This is due to the Spanish national team's strong performance, with 8 Barcelona players involved. After Ajax withdrew from the event, one of the most frequently mentioned potential opponents was Leo Messi's Inter Miami. Had the match taken place, the Argentine could have played one half in the shirt of his current club and the other in Barcelona colors. It was an idea that excited everyone. Unfortunately, it was eventually confirmed that Barca would face a considerably less prestigious opponent, Egyptian club Al Ahly. And if you thought Barca would never again play their home matches away from Camp Nou, you were wrong. Although construction is expected to be completed in the autumn of 2027, the club does not want to risk possible delays forcing a sudden stadium change during the season. For this reason, Barcelona has proposed playing the entire first half of the campaign at Montjuïc. The request submitted to La Liga covers all home matches during the first round of the 2027-28 season. This would affect not only La Liga fixtures, but also UEFA Champions League league phase matches. The club wants to use a single stadium from the start of the season, ensuring organizational stability and avoiding logistical problems. La Liga has not yet responded to Barcelona's request. The final decision will be crucial for planning the competition calendar and organizing the remaining construction work at Camp Nou. Barca have already said goodbye to Montjuïc twice, but it appears that the third time may finally be the last. In practical terms, playing there would mean fewer supporters at FC Barcelona matches, reduced opportunities to generate revenue from events, and poorer visibility both for fans inside the stadium and for television viewers. Even so, not every club has another major venue available in the same city. Camp Nou continues to grow, and so does our channel. Subscribe and leave a like to join us. It costs nothing, but it makes a real difference to us. Thank you. The future Spotify Camp Nou will be far more than an expanded stadium. One of its most interesting features will be the way its structure opens up toward the city. The facade will consist of 3 rings surrounding the stadium, featuring terraces, food and drink outlets, and viewing platforms. Instead of being a closed concrete block, it will become an enormous balcony overlooking Les Cours, allowing Mediterranean light to enter the building. The roof is equally distinctive. A lightweight cable structure will cover every seat, improve the acoustics, reduce noise affecting the surrounding neighborhood, and integrate a range of technology, including several giant screens, lighting systems, Wi-Fi, and photovoltaic panels. The solar panels installed across the outer section of the roof will cover approximately 18,000 square meters. A skywalk is also planned at the top of the stadium, providing a viewing platform approximately 70 meters above the arena. It will be more of a tourist attraction than a purely football-related feature. The hidden infrastructure, however, may be the most impressive element. Rainwater collected from the roof will be channeled into underground tanks, while concrete and steel from the old stadium will be reused in the new structure. The surrounding area will also become a largely car-free public space. The club has announced plans for 25 hectares of green areas and the recovery of up to 90% of the materials removed during the redevelopment. Camp Nou will therefore function simultaneously as a stadium, an energy center, a viewing platform, and an integrated part of the city, rather than a conventional enclosed megastructure. Last June, Barca announced in an official statement that it had formally submitted its stadium as a candidate to host the 2029 UEFA Champions League final. The statement read, "The bid highlights Barcelona as a city with proven experience in organizing major international events and Spotify Camp Nou as a world-class stadium. It has a long history of hosting some of the most important occasions in international football and is currently undergoing a major transformation that will place it among the most modern, innovative, and iconic sports venues in the world." The decision is now in UEFA's hands. European football's governing body will begin evaluating the different proposals before determining which venue will be selected to host the final. The decision is expected in the final quarter of the year, and Barcelona currently appears to be in pole position. While selected, the 2029 final would be the third European Cup final held at Spotify Camp Nou. Interestingly, the previous two also took place in years ending in 1989 and 1999. Winning the trophy at home would be considerably more difficult. Since the creation of the European Cup, only two teams have won the competition by playing the final at their own stadium: Real Madrid in the 1950s and Inter Milan in 1965. Of course, we also need to discuss the 2030 World Cup final, as a great deal of conflicting information has emerged in recent weeks. First, Spanish newspaper The Objective reported on an alleged Moroccan diplomatic offensive involving Donald Trump, aimed at pressuring FIFA to award the final to the stadium in Casablanca. The report caused considerable concern among the Spanish media and supporters. However, both Rafael Luzon and Spain's sports minister attempted to calm the situation, insisting that no decision had yet been made. A few days later, AS published a report that completely contradicted The Objective. It claimed that the Santiago Bernabéu was the clear favorite thanks to previous moves made by Florentino Perez. These are two highly contradictory reports, but neither is positive for Spotify Camp Nou. The possibility of hosting the final appears to be moving further and further away. One of the most striking rejected visions for the new Camp Nou came from Big, IDOM, and Bass Arquitectura. In the 2015 Espai Barça competition, their proposal imagined the stadium as a glowing copper ring in the middle of Les Cours. The renders show a perforated Blaugrana facade wrapping the old concrete bowl, so the historic Camp Nou would still be visible beneath the new skin. A raised circular platform around the stadium was designed as an umbraculum, a shaded public space connecting matchday crowds with the surrounding city. Inside, the concept added wide concourses, dramatic stairways, new hospitality areas, and a roof over the stands. It never won the competition, but visually it remains one of the boldest Camp Nou designs ever proposed. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the future Camp Nou? Leave your opinion in the comments. For more daily stadium content, visit our website and follow us on social media. See you next time.